Opening statement. My name is Eric, and in this debate, I'll be defending the fact that Cotesia congregates, or braconid wasps, are more beneficial than Nabis americoferus, also known as damsel bugs. With that being said, braconid wasps are insects that are host to plants. Although they are a part of the wasp family, they do not sting. They can be found worldwide, following different types of moths and butterflies. The female braconid wasp can lay up to 200 eggs per day. They lay their eggs in or near caterpillars simply because they like the smell of the caterpillars eating leaves. The larvae then feed on the caterpillars, making them weaker and weaker until they eventually die. They're unlike any other insect because the newborn are inside of another insect already, allowing that newborn to eat the caterpillars from the inside out. They also feed on the moths and butterflies that were previously mentioned that are pests to maize, corn, and tomatoes. The braconid wasps do more for farmers and humans than any other insect by protecting these crops and feeding on the bugs who eat the crops.
My name is Savannah Thorne, and in this debate I will be defending the statement that Nabis americoferus, also known as damsel bugs, are more beneficial than the Cotesia congregates, also known as braconid wasps. Damsel bugs are small, narrow, and light-colored bugs. Depending on their location, they will either have just one generation per year, or they will have between 2 and 5. You can find them in Central and North America, residing among crops and feeding on many of the pests that American farmers despise. These pests include aphids, moth eggs, and small caterpillars. Damsel bugs' ability to thrive sets them apart from other crop-feeding bugs, as they will adapt to the availability of food in their area, as well as spread to cover a mass area. In order to adapt, they will even resort to cannibalism if the pest supply begins running out. So since the damsel bugs are able to resort to cannibalism, which is a unique adaptation that a lot don't have, this creates population control of the predators as well, so that there's never a takeover of any sort of bug within the crops. However, when the threat of pest remains, Nabis species specifically are the most abundant damsel bugs, and Nabis americoferus is the most broadly distributed, spanning from southern Canada through the northern United States. Ultimately, this means they are the most capable of covering large problem areas for farmers without creating another problem of too many predators.
Rebuttal 1 for the Cotesia congregate or braconid wasps against the Nabis americoferus or damsel bug. Cotesia congregates feed primarily on pests that eat farmers' crops. They eat the moths and butterflies that feed on crops, like the Asian corn borer. With that being said, not only do the adult braconid wasps help farmers, but so do the larvae. The fact that their eggs are laid inside of caterpillars allow the larvae to feed on the caterpillar, slowly killing it. If the caterpillar did not have these larvae inside them, then they would easily become moths or butterflies.
Rebuttal 1 in favor of Nabis americoferus, also known as damsel bugs, in response to the Cotesia congregates. So Nabis americoferus will even feed on the eggs of pests, meaning that they are capable of shutting down a pest infestation before it can even start or begin to grow. Furthermore, their own eggs hatch in just 8 days, so just about a week, which leads to quick growth of their own population and results in the previously stated ability to cover wide ranges. Their sheer abundance is a major factor in their species, outweighing other predatory species such as the Cotesia congregates.
Rebuttal 2 for Cotesia congregates or brackenid wasps versus Nabis americoferus or damsel bug. Another advantage that brackenid wasps have over damselflies is their ability to reproduce very quickly and easily. An adult female brackenid wasp can lay eggs every day and can lay hundreds of them. This allows them to have more wasps eating the insects that are feeding on crops.
So this is rebuttal 2 in favor of Nabis americoferus against Cotesia congregates. So another advantage of the damsel bugs that they hold over brackenid wasps is that they lie low in the ground among the crops. This gives them the direct access to the pest populations as well as the eggs, as I previously stated, and especially their nesting grounds. Wasps simply cannot approach prey at such an advantageous angle, so they can't stop a problem at the root. They would have to stop a problem after it had already taken over a crop, which many times that can be too late. So that is basically the most major advantage that the damsel bugs hold over the wasps.
Closing statement for Cotesia congregates or brackenid wasps against Nabis americoferus or damsel bugs. All in all, the Cotesia congregates are able to multiply and reproduce very quickly, always outnumbering the pests. Also, having the ability to eat both caterpillars that will eventually transform into butterflies, and already adult butterflies means they can stop the caterpillars from growing into butterflies. Having this ability outweighs the benefits that the Nabis americoferus or damselfly provides.
This is the closing statement in favor of Nabis americoferus, also known as damsel bugs, against the brackenid wasp or Cotesia congregates. In conclusion, Nabis americoferus, also known as damsel bugs, have an aptitude for controlling their growth to become the most effective predators of pests within crops. They also have the best approach to stop infestations at the start because they are within the ground and they can reach the nesting grounds and stop the problem before it becomes a problem. Their abilities to outnumber threats, maintain their own population control, and approach pests at the ground level makes them the most beneficial to crops in comparison to Cotesia congregates, which would better serve as predators in a different environment.